Hello, Leo, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you are doing great. This will be your weekly reading for the week of April 13th through the 19th. And during that time, we will have a full moon on the 13th, and that could be a time of heightened emotions, time where you're, maybe feeling overwhelmed and anxious, maybe a little snappy and irritable. You could have some changes in your sleeping patterns. So it's just a good time to really practice patience and calm, during that tumultuous full moon energy. We then move into the waning gibbous moon. And of course, that's a time for self reflection and rebirth, start of that new cycle, good time to make positive changes and kind of get rid of bad habits, negative thinking, and just really buckle down and get some things done. So please keep those moon energies in mind as you're moving through your week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Leo. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. All right, your overall message card, Leo, for this reading is believe in the impossible. All right, I like that message. As I'm shuffling the tarot, I would like to say that since my readings are free to you, all that I ask in return is that you hit that subscribe button. It really helps my channel and it's super, super easy for you to do. So I will give you just a moment to do that right now. Thank you so much, Leo. And if you've been a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and helping me build a community here. Starting to see repeating names. So I really appreciate your time. All right, my other weekly reminder would be to notice the world around you this week, Leo. And that's kind of looking for those synchronicities, and not just this week, but every week, really. But if you have an animal that gets in your path that's not an animal that you typically see, this could be repeating numbers or patterns, maybe songs that you overhear, or a conversation that you overhear a part of one. But watch for the synchronicities as the universe speaks to you. There's always clues and breadcrumbs for you to follow, and they're there to show you clarity on your unique path. So that is just my weekly reminder for the week. All right, Leo, April 13th through 19th. Believe in the impossible. Let's see what you guys have going on. Leo, your present energy, Ace of Swords. So looks like you're having kind of an aha moment. You're having some sort of mental breakthrough. Maybe some idea has come to you. For whatever reason, something's coming to you. And if you're supposed to believe in it, could be an impossible idea, something that you think is impossible. But again, the message is to believe in the impossible. Your current situation is the Ace of Cups. So lots of aces coming out here. So here we are with kind of a new idea, intellectually, a new messaging here with the Ace of Swords, and now the Ace of Cups, which is kind of something new for your heart as well. So mind and heart looks like things coming together on some sort of idea, which is pretty awesome. At the root of your situation is the Temperance card. So you're sitting in this very balanced place where you're balanced spiritually and you're balancing your spiritual and material world together. This is a card of inspiration. You've been inspired by something, and then that's very awesome. I love this. It's a great energy. In your recent past is the Queen of Pentacles. So you're coming from this place of really kind of learning, understanding how the material world works. So this could be something having to do with the material world or not, but that's just kind of the energy that you're sitting in, is this really kind of a maternal understanding of the material. What is on your mind this week is the Fool card. So some sort of new journey, which is also awesome. Our lives are full Full, not full, full of new journeys. So it's very exciting when something new comes along. And if this looks like it's been inspired by, again, some sort of thought, some kind of aha moment that you've had, and also kind of an opening of your heart. But yeah, some kind of new journey. And maybe it's something that most people would believe would be impossible, but you're believing in the impossible. I mean, you are a Leo and you're very confident, and I don't doubt that you can believe in the impossible. All right, just ahead of you is a coming together. So this could be, are you meeting someone? That's very interesting. For some of you, this could be absolutely kind of meeting on the same ground. This could be some sort of romantic connection that you make this week. And maybe that seems impossible, but you're going to believe in that impossible because it is some sort of new journey. This could also come in the form of friendship. That you meet someone that's like, wow, that person is inspiring you to have new thoughts, new ideas, and you're kind of opening your heart to that friendship, that availability. This could be someone that you just encounter at work. So coming together, something like that happening in your week this week, which is pretty awesome. And your advice position is the Lovers card. So here we go with a couple of coming together. Are you meeting a new person this week? You're off on some sort of new journey. So again, believe in the impossible. And I guess because this is in your advice position, I'm going to say let's keep open to romance, right? If you're already in a relationship, this could be just kind of a renewal of your relationship and, finding in the advice position, this would be finding some fun way to spend time together to kind of renew that. But if you are single, this could be like single time to mingle. You might be meeting that person beyond your control this week is a little bit of sadness over something. Now, this could be, at the end of some sort of cycle and moving on to this new journey is, it's not always easy. And let's say that if anytime there's change and you have to let go again of something old, there's sometimes just a little twinge of sadness, there that, well, life's changing in that way and that's never going to be that way again. But kind of let that go. Don't forget that you have, not only do you have these cups that are kind of knocked down here and there's a little bit of emotion about it, but you also have these cups that are behind you and continue to be full. A secret desire or what you're trying to avoid is the Emperor. So this is our card of leadership and control, and this is it's the card of Aries, but it does have some Leo qualities, right? That confidence that you can, it's the person that can get things done. This is an authority figure, someone who does things in a systematic manner and can get something built, right? So um and the fact that this is in your secret desire, what you're trying to avoid, are you trying to avoid building some relationship here? Or is it your secret desire to do that? So only you can ask when the card is in that position. But that is kind of your big question of the week is that your secret desire to build something new, to be a leader, to go in and kind of take control of the situation? Or are you trying to avoid that? So pay attention to that in your outcome is a feeling of satisfaction. So I think whatever that is, you're going to make the right decisions here. You're going to have this little twinge of sadness, but I mean, look at the great energy of this layout. It's really nice. There's a lot of, I see the two here as the lovers and the two here as the friendship card, but I also see the two cups in the hand. You might want to look up the angel number 222 this week. See if that means anything for you, Leo. But, again, it looks like, either love or friendship or both are in the air. You're just going to, much like everyone else, all the readings this week have been very even keeled, just very nice energy. I don't know what this full moon, and it might actually be a full moon in Leo this week. I haven't looked at that, um, but there's something about this full moon energy and this week that's kind of just starting. All the readings have been very just kind of calm, kind of status quo with maybe some little minor things like you're having thoughts or an open heart here or meeting friends or meeting a new potential partner. So um nothing crazy going on this week. Just everybody has every reading that I've done has been like super calm, super mellow, mild kind of changes. So again, I will remind you to believe in the impossible. And if it's something that you believe is impossible, this card was upside down, so I'm going to pull it out of here. Look forward, and we'll draw another card out of this deck, but I don't know why that was turned upside down because it was just meant to be. All right, another final message card here for Leo. Ask with sincerity. So this can have something to do with this Lover's card here. Again, if you're meeting someone new on this new journey, on this new journey of friendship and open heart and having good ideas and being in a good place materially and being balanced and being in charge. I mean, I just, what else can you want this week? It's just an awesome week for you, Leo. But again, look forward and ask with sincerity. If you meet someone new, or if you're coming together in friendship, be sincere, be yourself. I don't know why you wouldn't be, because Leos tend to be very confident, and you're going to end up your week feeling very satisfied and maybe a little self indulgent, which is nice as well. So, Leo, take care of yourself this week. Again, the readings have been so mellow. I really appreciate your time here with me today. And I hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use. If you're comfortable doing so, just leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are going through. That always helps me connect with you. And I appreciate that so much. Also, if you like my reading style, please like and subscribe. It really does help my channel, and I would appreciate that. And also, I do readings every week. So come back next week. We'll see if this energy continues or if there's something totally new here for you next week. So thank you so much, Leo, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.